Last week I set the challenge of making a platform game with a really unique mechanic. There's lots of indie platform games out there and they're all fantastic, and what makes indie platformers stand out from regular AAA games is they have quirky mechanics that make them really lovable and enjoyable to play. I challenged the community to make their own mechanic for their own platform game, and let's see how they got on. Remember to vote for your favourites in the comments below. First we have Jumping Jack Black by judgeclark. This is a really unique game where you don't actually move the player, you move the stage. There are two stages laid on top of each other, a green and a brown stage, and what you have to do is move the stage in time with the jumps to allow Jumping Jack Black to collect all the coins to afford the rock show. It's a really quirky, unique sort of puzzle game. It took me a little while to get the hang of it, but once I got the hang of it I was addicted to try and work out how to get each coin. The coins are also positioned in such a way that doing the same thing over and over again will not allow you to reach the coins. You've got to really think out the box and think how the mechanic works in order to cut them all, and more importantly, get to the end. Next we have Trapped. This little fun cube game allows you to flip gravity in order to get to different areas, and then later on you're introduced to the ability to swap between the red and yellow versions. On red you can stand on red platforms, and on yellow you can stand on the yellow platforms. Combining these three mechanics together creates a really unique platform puzzle game that's really addictive and works really well. I had great fun playing this, and I just wish the game was longer because it was quite a short sort of demo, so if they choose to carry this on I hope they do, because I really had a blast with this one. 10 Seconds Oxygen is a puzzle game as well, lots of puzzle games today, and what you have to do is move the crates in order to allow the astronaut to get to the end. Now the astronaut moves all the way to one side until he hits a wall, and then he'll turn around the other way, and you've got to move the crates in such a way that allows him to get to the end. There's lots of variations in the level, and the game gets harder and harder as you go on. Worth a try and see if you can get to the end. Next we have Draw Road, and this is a vehicle platform puzzler. And what you have to do is drive your vehicle to the end. Now the sort of catch is that you can only draw so many lines. So planning where your lines are going to go is really important if you want to get to the very end. My only improvement I would suggest for this one is just zoom the camera out a little bit further. You can do this manually by pressing the F key, but it does feel a little bit too close. Apart from that, it's really fun. The vehicle mechanics are very clean and work very well, and the design is fantastic. Really enjoyed this one, really fun challenge to try and get to the end. Next we have Platforming Brings Pain by Ricky P. This is a classic platform game, and this platform game looks fantastic with one big twist. Collecting coins, jumping on platforms, pressing switches, collecting keys are all the wrong thing to do. Instead, the best way to beat the game is just walk in a straight line and walk to the end. The game even mocks you at the end if you do pick up any coins, collect keys, or take damage, because you can just walk to the very end of levels. It's almost like a reverse platformer, again taking away those classic tropes of you've got to do really tight platforming, you don't fall off the platform, collect as many coins as possible, and changes it to more walk to the end. On a serious note, the platforming does work extremely well. I would love to see a proper serious platformer done in this art style because it plays so well. Next we have Castle Climb. Now Castle Climb is got a load of different mechanics in it. So first of all, you can jump, double jump and wall jump. On top of that there's also an egg lay which gives you a boost in the air, and a parachute. All of this combines together to make a really difficult, and I can't stress how difficult this is, it might just be me, game where you have to climb as high up this tower as possible. The levels are randomly generated, which leads to a very unique experience every single time, and a really great and fun challenge. Try it yourself in the description below. It is great fun, it's executed really well, and like I say, it's one of these that you've got to practice a few times before you start getting really into it. The final game has a mix of lots of different mechanics. Your character can use the number keys to change between lots of different states. One of them allows the character to jump higher and float in the air, one allows the character to move faster, one gives great strength to the character, and the final one's to teleport. Combine these abilities together, you get a really interesting and unique platformer. This also has a ton of Easter eggs for my channel, which is absolutely fantastic. See, a lot of my sprites that I've created, I'm not great at designing sprites, that's why they're all very, very basic, but all being upscaled and redesigned into some really unique, fun characters for the level. So I really enjoyed it for the Easter egg side, but mechanic-wise, there's some really, really great and fun mechanics in there. So that is it. They're all our entries for this month. As you can see, I've numbered every single entry, so go to the comments below and pick your favourite, and during the week I'll pick the top 2 to receive a £10 and £5 Amazon gift voucher. Until then, like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.